Hello and welcome everyone to tonight's broadcast of 10-4 Broadcasting 150 at Talladega. As always, Tim Hammond here in the booth with Alan. How you doing tonight, Alan?
Excuse me, I'm still getting used to my soundboard settings, but yeah, I'm good. Very excited. Talladega is always a wild one, so can't wait for this one to get started.
And as always, Thursday night, 9 p.m., we are with the iRacing IROC Series right here on 10-4 Broadcasting. And I believe that tonight we are going to have a fantastic race. So far, it looks like we're going to have about 20 drivers for tonight's race. And as you guys can see, we've got some new toys we're playing with here tonight for our layovers if we're on a plane. Sorry. But, I'm sorry. They're not going to be qualifying. We have 2 heats or 3 heats for tonight to set the grid. I did misunderstand that. So we're going to get some little action before the big race. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah, definitely. I believe they're only, they're 3-lap stints, so not very long. Not going to be a caution for any of them, but yeah, I mean it's a good way to determine the qualifying position, and it's the race before the race.
So here it looks like we have 4 drivers in this first heat, with Neil Quick starting on the pole with Mike Harper next to him, and then Chris Wally in third, and Ken Harper in fourth. So it's going to be the Harpers versus Quick and Wally. That'll be very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that the Harpers will be drafting with each other, and then Quick and Wally will be drafting with each other. So this is kind of something that you used to see back in the day with NASCAR, those tandem drafting, where really cars would draft in pairs, and if a third wheel came along, it just wouldn't work out. They couldn't stick to the cars in front of them. And I think that's what we're going to see right here. Just 2 cars drafting each other, and you'll see 2 different groups, and we'll see which one ends up at the front.
And it's going to be, I don't think I've ever seen 4 cars out on the track, so it's going to be really interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, and again, it's only 3 laps, so not going to be a long one by any means. Not a whole lot of time. I mean, really, you're only going to have 2 laps with full speed, and so it's just going to be interesting to see. And by the way, the light that you do see at the top of your screen, once that flashes red, that means the green flag is out. By the way. So pace car is off, about to get started here for this heat number 1 out of 3.
Coming down to the green flag, that long tri-oval here. Quick's going to be the one to bring them to that green flag. It's pretty much at his discretion. And here we go. The green flag is out. Quick gets a nice start with Wally right behind him. They're nose to tail, much better than the outside lane so far. Looks like Harper's going to back off a little bit.
Yeah, the 2 Harpers not been able to get together yet, but yeah, Neil Quick and Chris Wally have gotten right there drafting each other. Yeah, the Harpers are going to be distanced if they don't get together soon. They're not going to have enough time to get back up there.
Looks like Ken now has his draft a little bit, but Ken is going to have to wheel that thing to get back up there and not lose that draft.
Yeah, it could work out though if they can get together within the next half lap or so. They might be able to get a good run on these two. Be able to use the draft off of those two to their advantage, and maybe be able to do a slingshot move on the final lap. We'll have to see.
I'm surprised that Mike has not dropped down to get behind them to kind of get that going. But look, Ken is now caught up to them. So now this is where things are getting interesting. And Wally's going to go to the high lane, go around quick. And it looks
that's interesting.
Yeah, so the Harpers are going to stick behind him. And now is Wally going to stay to the outside or come to the inside? Looks like he's going to bring Mike with him down to the bottom lane, leaving Ken all by himself out there in that number 81.
Yeah, so now those two will have to be the ones to get together and try to make a move here. Looks like Neil Quick has a lot of momentum. Is he going to take it to the outside? It looks like he will, using that draft from Ken Harper to his advantage. He'll be battling for the lead here as they're coming to the white flag in this opening heat.
And Quick is really being able to stay right up next to him on that outside lane, kind of trying to pinch them down there towards that apron. Wally gets a little tight, comes up the track. Now Harper's going to go to the inside. It looks like, I can't tell if he's clear.
Not quite. They are both side by side. Chris Wally trying to hang on to the lead. He'll be able to get his nose out in front of Quick, but Quick is going to have more momentum coming off. That's what you get with that high lane.
But it's
the
not going to be
question will
enough.
become, is Chris Wally going to go up there and try to block? And actually, yeah, they're both able to clear Quick. And so it looks like Chris Wally.
Harper's going to go to the outside.
Yeah, he's not going to have the room, though. So, yeah, Chris Wally going to take this one with relative ease.
And looks like Harper got second, Quick in third, and then Ken Harper in fourth.
So, yeah, nice clean start. First heat race, just 3 laps, but a clean one nonetheless.
That was actually exciting for 4 cars being on the track.
Definitely.
Oh, looks like we're falling through the track here. That's having a couple of issues with my cameras.
So this second heat will be Tim Schofield, Cook, Quick, Kyle Steffens, and David Trumbley.
It'd be interesting to see who's going to pull this one off. Have they gridded? Because for some reason nothing's...
Yeah, they're going.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. Give me 1 second. I'm not sure. What's happening here? There we go. For some reason, the overlays that I was using doesn't have cameras.
Okay.
So I got to figure that out. So apologize, everybody. We're learning in this together.
Yeah, it's growing pains. That's what it is.
And a quick race info here. Talladega Super Speedway, 81 degrees, 53% humidity. It's clear and about 4-mile-an-hour winds. Not bad.
You just couldn't wait for the main event. You had to go ahead and show off that graphic, huh?
I really did. I got to figure out how to get rid of those things in front there, those lights.
Well, that'll be for another time, and we're about to go green in heat number 2 of this event. Again, Tim Schofield in the gold 12 car is going to lead the field. And, Schofield just said he lost his pedals.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, his pedals are malfunctioning, and just like that, Schofield is going to be out of this heat.
So now it leaves it up to the. Oh, he's. Yeah, he's.
Oh my goodness.
Back up front.
And I believe one of the drivers just got a black flag for passing him before the green. So that is unfortunate. Now, I do think that he'll be able to get that cleared. And, yeah, Cook Quick had the black flag, but he has just been cleared of that black flag. So we are all good there.
And, you know, I have had that happen in iRacing where I think everything's fine and something crazy happens.
Oh, I mean, it's one of the most frustrating things. Everything's working fine, and you just never know what can happen. A USB device can disconnect, or you can have a true malfunction. I can't remember who it was. A member of Jimmy Broadbent, who is an iRacer on YouTube. He's really probably the most famous true iRacer. He gets a lot of views on YouTube. One of the endurance races he was doing a few years ago, one of the drivers on his team he was just a couple of laps away from winning a 24-hour race, and his pedal literally snapped in half. And so Jimmy had to go in at the last second and finish that race. Fortunately, they were so far ahead that they were able to get towed back to the pits and not lose track position. But yeah, you just never know what can happen. Even if you think you're entirely prepared, you just never know.
And we're coming up on the white flag here in this second heat. And it looks like we're going to go 3 wide here.
Going to be close to it. Cook Quick trying to force it, and they go around. So there goes the 8 of Kyle Steffens. He nails the wall. It's going to be between David Trumbley and Cook Quick. Quick was able to keep up with Trumbley. I was kind of surprised. I thought he was going to lose a lot of speed there from being involved in that, but he's able to keep it going. No, there's no way he did let up, excuse me. But yeah, we'll see if he tries the slingshot move here. I think he's going to wait until the front stretch, and he will do so, it looks like. No, he's looking high, gets back in line.
Oh, Trumbley gets a little loose right there.
There he goes.
Quick's going to go to the outside.
Has the momentum. They're going to be side by side.
At the line right now. Quick is in lead by .03, and Quick is going to win this one here at Talladega. Heat number 2 is going to go to Cook Quick. Awesome job.
I'm sure Kyle Steffens isn't too thrilled about that. He gets taken out by Quick, and Quick goes on to win the heat. But still, just heat races. They determine your starting position, so certainly not too late for any of these guys.
You get a brand new car.
Exactly.
Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Tonight, it's the 10-4 Broadcasting 150 at Talladega, brought to you by the iRacing IROC Series. I believe this is race number, I want to say 13? As we finish up the season, about a month away, actually, the 25th of February is the wrap-up season. And also want to remind everybody that the iRacing IROC Series will be having 2 miniature seasons in the off-season to where the top 15 guys in this series right now move on to season 3. And then I believe the top 5 from each of those 2 mini seasons move on to season 3 as well. So that's going to be some exciting stuff right there. And with the announcement of season 3, Christopher Wally has chosen to go with the truck series for the IROC Series next season. And I believe there's some dirt tracks mixed in there with some road courses. So the next season of iRacing, or the iRacing IROC Series, which, by the way, you will be able to catch right here on 10-4 Broadcasting, which we are so honored to bring them on for another season, because I believe that's going to be really exciting. I've not experienced racing on dirt in iRacing yet, but everything I've watched, it looks so much fun.
Yeah, it's a whole different world. I don't have a ton of experience with it, but I have done a few races, and yeah, it's just a whole different skill level. And I tell you what, racing in VR gives you, in my opinion, such an advantage because when you're on a monitor and you're sliding through the turns like that, your car isn't looking at the actual track. It's looking at the infield when you're drifting through those turns. And so having VR and being able to look to your right definitely, in my opinion, does give you an advantage. But yeah, it's so much fun to do, just being able to drift around like that. Although it can get frustrating when you're just sitting there waiting for your tires to grip the track. They just won't do it. It gets really frustrating. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun to do. And by the way, we do have Brian McCann, who is going to lead this field to start this last heat race. Vincent Short, Kyle Pendergraft, and Colt Cecil in this group of 4.
And they're coming down to the green flag. This is our 3rd heat. I believe we get one more heat, if I'm not wrong. When the green flag is out, Vincent Short gets a good start on that outside lane.
Actually, it looks like we'll have 5 heats.
Okay.
So this is heat number 3, so we do have 2 more to go. Good start for all 4 of these guys. Really, really competitive beginning.
Oh, Brian McCann's going to go to that high lane. He gets way up there, though. I'm not sure.
They just want to make it exciting. Make it 3 wide. Why not? Get the 3 wide racing out of the way early.
It makes it much easier when there's 4 of you.
Definitely. And yeah, so if you're Colt Cecil, you're just sitting back relaxing right now. You're waiting for these 3 to get in trouble and, hoping that you can take that victory for this heat race. But yeah, still 3 wide. This is a fun one so far, this opening lap.
Yeah, and Colt Cecil really can make his choice as to where he wants to go. And it looks like both Brian and Vincent are going to get around Kyle, but Kyle fights back on that inside lane, gets a little tight right there, brings it back down to that yellow line.
Yeah, I thought Vincent Short was going to try to cut down and get in front of him, but he chose not to do so. Considered it too close of a call to be able to take that risk. And but now he goes way down low below the yellow line. In iRacing, that is legal. There's nothing. There's nothing that says you can't do it. And yeah, he decides to be aggressive there, and Pendergraft's going to get right behind him. Man, this is a fun one. Might have been some contact there too. They are side by side coming to the white flag.
And now Brian's let off, and Colt Cecil is now got a run on them.
It's like Vincent Short did lead that lap as we are headed to the white flag. And yeah, Colt Cecil now making his move, gets past Pendergraft and Brian McCann. McCann has been left out to dry. He's all by himself for the moment.
Oh, but Brian's going to come down and get behind Colt Cecil. And they're 3 wide again down the backstretch, heading into turn 3. And now Colt Cecil's going to have help from Brian. No, Brian's going to go to the middle. Or is Brian going to go way to the outside?
Brian doesn't know where Brian's going.
Brian's sticking to the bottom with Colt Cecil. Now they're 2 by 2. But Brian's going to try to fit his nose in there. And comes down in front of Colt Cecil, Vincent Short. And it looks like, gets a little loose. Vincent Short's going to win this one. Wow. What a fantastic finish.
I'll tell you what, that's one of the rare times where you're going to see Brian McCann finish dead last in something. Don't get used to that, ladies and gentlemen.
So it looks like we're only getting 4 heats because heat, there's 2.
Yeah, I'm seeing 3 on the leaderboard, but yeah, you might be right about that.
So this will be interesting.
Yeah, so you've got Jesse B. King, Brandon Mefford, and I'm seeing Matt Henry's name on our live timing, but don't know if that is going to be the case or not. Is he even in the server right now? Doesn't look like he is.
I believe we're missing.
Yeah, Yeah,
happening.
Matt Henry is not connected, so it's just going to be two of these guys.
I believe is Kevin McCann not here tonight?
I haven't seen his name, so I guess not. Yeah, he is. He is connected. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. He definitely hasn't been in a heat race yet, so we'll just have to wait and see how that's sorted. Yeah, there's going to be another heat. There's still a number of drivers who have not been in a heat race yet.
Well, this ought to be interesting between two of them.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know why iRacing only went with two for this race, but again, there was supposed to be three with Matt Henry, but he is currently not on the server, and so that will not be the case for him. It'll just be these two. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do. Will they just both stay side by side and be one versus the other, or is one of them going to draft behind the other and just wait to make his move? Only time will tell.
It would almost be good to, kind of get a feel for that waiting in this situation, just because you don't know how the real race is going to go. And it could come down to two drivers that had a great pit stop, green flag pit stop, and were good to go the rest of the way. And now you're going to have to battle that one guy. And this would be a perfect opportunity to try that out.
Yeah, you just absolutely never know what can happen. Talladega, it's such a wild card. I mean, it could just be a wreck fest and it's just a battle for survival, or it could be clean the entire way and it comes, like you said, down to your green flag pit stop, and whoever has the cleanest stop and is able to get out of pit road as soon as possible has the big time advantage. So you just have to go out there and do what you can and hope for the best and try to not to make a mistake.
Green flag is out. Jesse V. King takes the lead from Brandon Mefford. So now it's going to be a game of cat and mouse.
And so yeah, Mefford did choose to get behind him, and he's just gonna ride behind him until that final lap, and will try to make his move. If I'm Mefford, at some point I'm gonna lay back. I'm gonna get let off the throttle a little bit, get some distance between the two cars, so that way once you do get on the throttle, you're not just stuck behind him. You can get as close to him as you can, and then all of a sudden pull up, or if King decides to go up with you, come back down as well, and try to make that slingshot move. Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's doing. You see, he's staying in the turns just a little bit higher than King, and that does help separate your front bumper from his back one. And yeah, that's exactly what he's doing, creating some distance so that once he does get the draft, he gets a bunch of speed and can zoom right by him.
And here you see he's going to... I thought he might go to the inside. You hear him lift off the gas.
Nah, that'd be too soon. I think that if he chooses to do it this lap, then King's going to have enough time to get behind him and do the exact same thing in return. I think if you're Mefford, you have to wait until at least the back stretch of the final lap.
Coming down the front stretch of the tri-oval, coming to the white and Mefford. Brandon's still waiting for that moment. White flag is out. Still just kind of relaxing right there. Let's
And yeah, you see him closing the gap right there. I don't know though. I think that he might have let off the throttle a little bit. He's too close now. I don't know that he's going to be able to make that move now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but you can see Mefford's doing about a 181 through the corner right here, full throttle. Trying to get a run, gets a little run there, going to go to the inside. He is on the inside of him as they come across. Oh, they touch. Oh! And
Wow.
Jesse B. King just... Wait, Jesse B. King won.
Yeah, he stuck it out. That was interesting.
Wow. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Both cars had a tire up in the air, but yeah, King just stayed on the throttle. He said, "Okay, you want to hit me? I'll just while you do that, I'll just go stay on the throttle and win the heat race." So I don't think he had to do that. I'm not really sure why they chose to make contact there. It looked like he had all the momentum and just decided to hit King, and King ended up on top.
It was such a light tap that I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, this damage model does some crazy things sometimes.
It will be amazing when they do finally bring it to the other series.
You know, a lot of people are still waiting for iRacing to bring back the damage model to, and this is the ARCA series, so it's a little different. But, with the NIS series, the A cars, the NASCAR Cup cars, they had the new damage model for about a week or two, and then iRacing actually undid it because of the number of bugs that were created from it. But man, I'll tell you what, the race that I was a part of at Michigan when they did have that new damage model, man, it was crazy. I was in the middle of the backstretch, my bumper fell off. I was involved in a wreck earlier. My front bumper fell off, but was still dragging on my car. That caused my car to not turn, and in fact, it actually went up the track right in front of the leaders that were about to lap me. Fortunately, I was able to get to not hit them. If I was about a quarter of a second later, and I would have gotten right into the top 2 or 3. But luckily, I was able to slide by them. My car clipped the wall, started barrel rolling like crazy. I mean, it was a wild ride, but it was some really fun damage to just kind of watch. You felt like your car was just crumbling to pieces if you hit the wall hard enough, and it's kind of a little bit of what we saw there. Just
That's great.
The tires kind of glitching up, and you're never really sure whether that really is your tire up in the air or if it's just a glitch. But yeah, that was definitely an interesting one there.
Well, we are headed to the green flag here in Heat 5 at Talladega Super Speedway. Coming down the line, it looks like Jarrett Wiedner is going to be leading us to that green flag with Matthew Cope and Brad McDaniel. And the green flag is out. Question is, are these guys going to go single file and make it interesting on the last lap, or are they going to dice it up now? So far, Jarrett gets a great start, takes off with that lead, and now they're single file, making their way down the backstretch. And Brad's going to go to the outside. He says, I'm not waiting for the last lap. I want it now. Oh, and he gets really tight.
Goes way up the track. Not sure what happened there, but maybe trying to create a little bit of momentum coming out of the turn. But meanwhile, Matthew Kopp is more than okay with that. He'll slip into, he'll be battling for second position in just a moment here. I think he's going to take it here on the tri-oval. Yeah, I'm not really sure what McDaniel's doing so far up the track. I think that maybe he's trying to get behind these guys on purpose and maybe make a last lap move. We'll just have to wait and see. He has no draft help up there.
He might have been trying. He could be using this as a trial mode to see how that very outside lane is going to go. Because when it comes down to it, that lane may have to prevail at some point.
Yeah, you have a point there.
Although that is a very scary line to be running, especially in the corners because a lot of times when the cars do wreck, they're going to go straight up into that wall and collect everybody up there.
Right. When there's a line of cars on that inside lane and you're up at the top, it really is kind of a helpless feeling because you just have nowhere to go. And so, yeah, during the race, the cars that are up there are just hoping that they get caught up there at the wrong time. And, you just have to do what you can, try to keep your car as clean as possible. But, man, I tell you what, he is doing a nice job of sticking with the leader. Obviously, only a line of 2, it's not going to create a ton of speed. But, man, 2 is definitely better than 1 when it comes to draft. But he is sticking with them.
And I'm wondering if I thought maybe Brad would slow up a little bit, get behind them to get a run here through 3 and 4. But it doesn't look like it. He's still sticking that outside lane, but he's got some momentum going on right now. He's going to go to the outside of Jarrett. Right now he passed him for the lead, but Jarrett's going to come back and take that from him. Maybe not. It's going to be Brad McDaniel wins that one by .004.
Wow. Somehow he did that all by himself in that second lane. That's impressive.
That really is. Wow. So this looks like we've got a 6th heat here tonight. This one looks like it's going to be Chris Mefford, Brian Reek, and Kevin McCann, the man that I've been waiting for.
Yeah. See, we were wondering about Kevin McCann, and sure enough, there he is. And yeah, this trying to see if this is, yes, this will be the last heat.
Okay. Fantastic. And do we know how many laps tonight's race is? Probably 80 or so.
It's like it will be a 60 lap main event.
Okay. Yeah, because 2.66 times 60 probably gets us to about 150.
Sure.
We'll go with that.
So we did get an answer on fuel. So these cars are running 50% fuel for the main event.
That's dicey. So, Alan,
Yes,
I'm going to ask you and everybody watching, I want everybody's take on what lap is the big one going to happen on in the main event?
Ooh. I'm going to go... I'm going to go 35.
Oh, you're going about halfway. Okay.
I think that, we saw these guys race at Daytona at the start of the season.
Yep.
It was pretty clean overall. They were able to get a nice green flag, a long green flag run to start things off. And, as the race went on, there were more and more cautions. So I think we're going to get, I think it's going to get to the point to where we are going to see, a green flag stop before we see a caution. I'm going to make that call right there. And then once that happens, I think that's when we're going to see people start to be more aggressive with racing for position, and I think that's when we're going to see our first caution.
I'm going with lap 20. There's no method to my madness, but yeah. And the green flag is out here on heat number 6. Chris Mefford gets a great start on that inside lane. And he's got Kevin McCann right behind him, but I believe Kevin McCann's going to that outside lane with Brian. And now, but Brian doesn't want to be up there. Looks like he's going to get in behind Chris, but now Brian goes out, or Kevin goes to the outside, or Chris goes to the outside, sorry. And now he's going to be that outside lane with Kevin McCann.
Yeah, we're seeing the opposite that we saw in the last split. We saw one car hanging up there way on the outside, but now two were. Now they go 3 wide for the lead. Good move by Kevin McCann.
Now he's trying to keep that lead here.
And now it looks exactly like the last split. 2 cars on the inside, one on the like way outside that third lane. But now starting to, Kevin McCann makes his way up, back up to that second lane. And now the car down low is the one that's hung out to dry.
This is an interesting strategy. He's kind of using both lanes, kind of like, the 90s at Daytona and Talladega, where the leader would travel up and then back down. But now Mefford's going to go to the inside, leave Kevin out there all by himself. And now Kevin's going to get his draft.
I think they kind of slowed each other up. Brian Reek trying to take advantage. He will battle for the lead coming to the white flag. I think he's going to take the lead. Yes, he does. He led that lap.
Oh, I think he thinks he's clear, but he's not.
Saving the best heat of the six for last. This is a fun one right here.
And Mefford's trying to push Kevin as they approach turn 3 and 4. Mefford's going to go to the outside now. 3 wide in turn 3. Who's going to prevail?
Yeah, I was going to say I didn't think that Mefford was going to be able to hang on up there.
But he's going to have some momentum. No, not really.
No, he lost it.
What happened? I'm confused.
I have absolutely no idea.
And Brian is your winner. Brian Reek is your winner for heat number 6 as we get ready for the main event here at Talladega Superspeedway.
They're going in reverse. How about that?
Oh, okay, that's pretty funny. That's
who's gonna take second?
Oh, it looks like Mefford beats him by a tail.
I don't know what we just saw.
I gotta say that's the funniest thing I've seen. That's pretty good. I gotta give it to him.
I'm wondering if that was a strategy move. Maybe they decided that they wanted to start near the back. I don't know. I can't tell you what happened there. Now, I will tell you this. Brian McCann is actually starting dead last. Kevin McCann is 3 positions ahead of Brian in 18th. Could that have actually been a strategic move by him in order to be able to draft his brother and work their way up to the front? That's a possibility.
I don't know how much I like that strategy just because it's Talladega. But nonetheless, the guys are gridding up. Looks like Christopher Wally is starting on the pole. Oh no, wait. No, I don't know. It keeps going back and forth on me. Yeah, I believe Chris Wally is going to be starting on the pole. So let's take a look at your grid.
Now, by the way, Tim.
Yes?
You know who's in charge of cautions, right?
You.
Yep, that's right. So, going to be doing some double duty right now. We'll try my best to do some color commentary, but also going to be looking around the field and trying to decide, whether an incident does bring out a caution. So that certainly makes things more interesting.
So row 1, we've got Chris Wally starting in first, Cook Quick in second, Vincent Short in third, Jesse King in fourth, Brad McDaniel in fifth, Brian Reck in sixth, Mike Harper in seventh, David Trumbley in eighth, Kyle Pettigraph in ninth, Brandon Mefford in 10th, Jarrett Wiedner in 11th, and Chris Mefford in 12th. Oh, it goes up by one. Huh, I'm learning. Whoops. And then 13th is Neil Quick. 14th is Kyle Steffens. 15th is... I can't read.
You okay there?
Colt Cecil. Sorry, it's very tiny. And then Matthew Coppin, 16th. Kevin McCann in 17th. Ken Harper in 18th. Tim Schofield in 19th. And Brian McCann, for once, is starting in dead last.
Now, it does look like Colt Cecil is currently in the pits. Matt Henry never connected, so he will not be in this race. But, yeah, Colt Cecil is still in the pits for some reason.
And this is our race info that accidentally showed off already. 81 degrees, 52% humidity, and we are about to go green here at Talladega.
So Colt Cecil starting in the pits is a strategy move, trying to stay out of trouble to begin things. So that's his reasoning there. We'll see if it pays off.
As we get started, Christopher Wally gets a great run with Vincent Short right behind him, giving him a good push there. And you kind of see the field kind of getting a little spread out. Kind of just taking things easy right now. These guys want to get single file. It looks like Vincent's not going to waste any time and go to that outside lane, but Quick is going to drop in behind Wally. As there's a drag race down the backstretch. Kind of just a big fan out back there. They come off of turn 4. The first lap is complete, and Vincent Short is going to lead that lap as they're side by side. Still.
Yeah, great 8-car battle for the lead right now. Everybody else is kind of spread out a good bit, but yeah, very intense up there at the front. And that's again, that's Colt Cecil's strategy to not even be a part of this pack, to just stay out of trouble, hope that these guys cause an issue and that he can get back up there and be with the lead pack after a while. He doesn't want it to happen right away. He wants to go plenty of laps before that happens.
But I don't see that happening with these guys, because these guys race so well.
No, you just put the broadcaster's jinx on these guys. There you go. I told you.
Oh, whoops, I pressed the wrong button. We're going straight to the replay, so I apologize.
Now, they were able to keep it going, so we still are under green.
We still are under green, so let me go back and try to Brian Reck. We'll go back and take a look at that. Gets a little loose, comes across, doesn't hit anything. Great job by everybody. Wow.
Tim, you absolutely jinxed these guys when you said that.
I really did.
That was doomed as soon as you said that.
But now we have kind of a breakaway here.
Yeah, big breakaway.
So now we've got the gaps here from first all the way down to about 6th. They're all together. And then you got 2 seconds back to the next group. And then 4 seconds back and 5 seconds. Everybody's kind of there together. We'll go back there and take a look at that. So these guys are back here. This is 7th and 8th position right here. And then a little farther back, you got the Mefford brothers. So now it's just, they're all kind of spread out after that quick thinking by everybody. While this front pack is still chugging away. Let's ride on board with Pettigraph. Get a look for what he's seeing right now. Whoa, Quick gets a little loose there. And you can see on the leaderboard, all those green and reds, that's a driver gaining position or losing position as real live timing right there. Doing a great job just staying in line with everybody else.
Yeah, I tell you what, that second pack right now, they're kind of all over the place. Quite two real big packs right now. You've got that front group that's battling for the lead, and then the second pack that kind of got slowed up when that incident on the front stretch happened. But they have gotten back together, and boy, they are all over the place right now. We've got we've got 3 cars, 3 wide battle going on, 2 3-wide battles going on. This is an interesting one right now.
And if I was this backpack, I'd really want to start getting, in a line to catch those leaders, because you don't want to risk. I have been in a Talladega server, and it went green the whole way, and it absolutely ruined any chance that I had to win, because nobody was working together to catch anybody. Everybody assumed there'd be a caution.
Yeah, and it's one of the most frustrating things about Talladega, when somebody, all they have to do is get behind you, get in line, and you can work your way back up, but instead they sit there and try to race for position. It's very frustrating.
But now they seem to have settled down back here. And let's go check in with Colt Cecil right now. His strategy right now, he's 31 seconds off the leader. Takes him about 50 seconds to get around the track, so he's going to have to be careful being that far back. But like I said, he could have been banking on a caution.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely trying to avoid that first lap big one. Once that happens, you kind of get burned if it doesn't happen. Now, he is okay right now, but another 8-9 laps and he'll be in trouble of going a lap down. Now, the good news is there's nobody else that's even close to being a lap down. So, even if he does get lapped, he'll have that lucky dog position. But still, what if it does go green all the way? So you just never truly know. Or if someone else makes a mistake and does end up a lap down as well.
But right now, these guys are doing fantastic. Front pack is 6 cars. Vincent Short has stayed on that outside lane, and I've been watching the ticker. The lead position keeps going back and forth between him and Chris Wally. We come off of turn 4. We're on lap. We're coming to lap 9. So far, everybody's doing a great job, and I want to do a quick check-in really quick. Our biggest mover of the race so far, I'm going to let you guess.
Brian McCann?
14 positions so far in this one. He is sitting in 8th position, started in 20th, and has worked his way all the way up to 8th. And now he's in 7th. So he is on a roll. Our biggest loser so far looks like it's he was involved in that early going off the track, Brian, who recovered great for what he had gone through. Him and Schofield him and Schofield are back there just relaxing, waiting for that caution, waiting for the big one to happen. We go back up front. No real big changes right now. Relatively calm. Vincent Short just gets such a great run down the front stretch, the back stretch, and then Wally is just able to get right back on the inside of him through 3 and 4. So it's just a cat and mouse game right now. Is Wally? I thought he might try to go to the outside there. side by side here. Still lap 11 of 60 here at Talladega Super Speedway. Oh, I think Wally wants to go to that outside lane. I think he keeps thinking he might be a little clear, but he's not.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this front pack, they might want to start focusing on, trying to get behind each other, because that second pack back there, they're starting to catch up. The lead car is about 7.5 seconds behind the front pack, but they are making time slowly but surely.
And Brandon Mefford and Colt Cecil are almost in some trouble here. Actually, I believe Mefford is in some trouble. It looks like there's some damage to that car, yes. Let's see if we can't see what may have happened to him. I don't see anything in the incidents.
I'm guessing it was that earlier contact on the tri-oval, was it not?
I didn't see him in the list of contacts. Going back to see, yeah, no, he was never touched. I mean, per my information, but he has some massive damage to that car. And he is now officially a lap down. He is well off the pace.
Unfortunate for him, but silver lining, you still, if you can get a caution within the next, 10 or 20 laps, you can get that lucky dog, be back on the lead lap. But Colt Cecil not too far from being a lap down as well.
He is now a lap down.
Oh, he is a lap down as well. So, yeah, that definitely presents an issue.
Well, still good for Colt Cecil. I mean, that's... And now Colt can really catch that draft and stay with those leaders. Could work to his advantage. Right now, it's kind of like a standstill between that first pack and second pack, but now Colt Cecil is going to be helping them along with another car. I'm going to go back here and we're going to check in with the second pack.
Yeah, and they've, as you can see, the majority of them now single file, so they've kind of learned that, being side by side with all these other cars doesn't really make up that much time to the lead pack. So now they do get behind each other. That creates a whole lot of draft. They haven't made up a ton of time so far, but now that they are single file like they are, I think you're going to see them make up a lot of time. They'll be up there before you know it.
And when you have somebody like Chris Mefford pushing you and Neil Quick leading this pack, they're gonna reel them in. Those are two guys that I believe that can work well together. And Mefford is a great pusher, and Neil is always quick. No pun intended, but he is always quick at these tracks. And I've been waiting for Quick to pull it off.
Yeah, I mean he's been in position for a number of races, just hasn't been able to get it all together as of yet. But yeah, he's always usually in the conversation.
Sorry about that. The wind totally blew my front door shut. And Pettigraph gets a little. That's not Pettigraph. That's Kyle Steffens. Now they're finally completely nose to tail. So they've not really gained anything though. I've been watching. They're still about 7.8 seconds back from the leaders.
Yeah, in fact, I think they've lost a little bit of time since we were saying that they were going to get back up there before we know it. So a little surprised to see that. I mean, they are single file, but yeah, just the draft can only take you so far. So apparently they are not making up as much time as we thought. That's surprising. And you wonder if maybe somebody in there is letting off the throttle a little bit too much, kind of being conservative. You don't want to, you don't want to hit somebody in front of you, especially in the turns, because that will spin them. But at the same time, you don't want to distance yourself too much from the cars. You can see, that is that the 7 car right there? No, that's the 8 car of Kyle Steffens. That's a little bit too much distance between him and the car in front. You want to be right there near the back bumper to create as much draft as you possibly can. That's where that extra speed comes from.
Yeah, and you're completely right. He really does need to get a little closer so they can make that work better. And so you can hear him letting off the gas too much in the center of that turn. He really just needs to stay full throttle and get up on the back of Mefford, and they would be able to gain some time. But they've lost an entire second in 2 laps.
And a little bit of a strategy move right now. Colt Cecil has made his way onto pit road, getting that first pit stop over with a little early. And yeah, he overshot it looks like. So yeah, just the struggles continue for Colt Cecil. Very unfortunate.
And back to the leaders. They're really not organized, but they're putting distance between themselves. And
yeah, still the leader's still. I was gonna say the leader's still a little over 8.5 seconds ahead of that first car in the second pack. So yeah, just not making up that time. I'm really surprised to see that.
And just for the record, it is lap 19. So that means next lap, we'll see if I was right. And I did not pay anybody off. Oh, no, we've got a car disappeared. And he's back. And
that's the 32 of Brad McDaniel that's having some connection issues. And Neil Quick just announced that he will be pitting. Yeah, here we go. So pit
lap
stops
20. Here we
have
go.
begun.
Here we go. Like I said.
And let's see if anybody from that second pack decides to come down. Looks like there are a few takers. So this is where the strategy is going to come into play.
And they all did a great job coming down pit road. Quick is the first one to make that happen. Pop on our pit stops. Oh, wrong. That's not the one I wanted. There we go. So 8 seconds. So he just got maybe some gas.
Some. Okay, they're able to get it together. It looked like they were going to get bunched up a little bit too much on the entrance of pit road, but looks like Jesse King, Kyle Pendergraft, and Chris Wally are coming down pit road together. They were able to stay off one another, but it was a close call. So far, so good for these green flag pit stops.
Wally makes his stop. I believe everybody's just going with fuel. Looks like a couple people in the back went with some tires, but looks like Wally is in a little bit longer. Looks like he's gonna grab some tires. Yeah, Wally's taking a really long pit stop. I'm not sure what's going on with, and Pettigraph as well. 40 seconds right now.
Yeah, that is not what they had in mind. I'm not sure what happened there.
And now he's on his way. Almost 50 seconds from Pettigraph. And Chris Wally is on his way as well. So right now, Brad McDaniel just came into the pits. He is your leader. David Trumbley was in second. He is now in the pits. And right now in third position, Jesse B. King. Those are some really long pit stops. 48 seconds, 49 seconds. I'm I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, I'm couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Oh, and Chris Wally also got a black flag on pit road, so that just makes it even worse for him.
He's going to have to come in and serve that probably sooner than later. He is your Daytona winner, won the first race of the season in that amazing finish there. And question is when Wally is going to come down pit road. Maybe he's hoping for a caution, but I don't think he's going to get it. So right now, Jesse B. King is your leader. I'm not sure if he is pit. Let's take a look really quick. Yes, he has made his pit stop. So looks like pits have cycled through. So these three guys are your leaders, or battling for the lead. Vincent Short, Cook Quick, and Jesse B. King. And then you back from them. 4 seconds back from that is the McCann brothers. So I expect them to be able to catch this front pack. And, it's looking more and more like your lap 35 could be true.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But, there's only a few packs out there going on right now. It's kind of hard to keep up with, but I'll just have to see where all this sorts out.
This is the McCann brothers with Chris Mefford.
I was going to say you've got a 3-car pack currently, the top 3 cars, and then behind them you've got 4, 5, and 6 in a pack of their own. 7th place is Brad McDaniel, kind of all by himself right now, trying to keep up with that draft. He's just close enough to where he's still getting draft, but if he falls back anymore, I think he'll lose it. And behind him is a 4-car pack, but there are Colt Cecil's a part of that, who's a lap or 2 down. And then behind them is another 4-car pack. Brandon Mefford, Kyle Steffens, Mike Harper, and one more. And then, just packs of cars everywhere right now. It's hard to keep up with.
Pettigraph is leading this pack. We have Tim Schofield, Chris Wally, Ken Harper, and Brian Reck. Now, did you confirm that black flag with Wally?
Yeah, he did. He did confirm it in the voice chat. So, not sure if he's going to come down within the next lap or 2 to serve it or not. But we'll just have to wait and see.
And a group that's catching the leaders fast, the McCann brothers. And look, that 4th car did catch them. Yeah, 7th place of Brad McDaniel did catch them, so that's going to help their pack even more. So if my calculations are correct, we may have to make 2 more pit stops.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I don't know. They made it to most of them made it to lap 20. It's going to be cutting it close. I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think we might see a lot of cars running out of fuel on the final lap if there's no caution. Obviously, that would change things.
Right. And look at McDaniel. He's like, you know what? I may have caught y'all, but I need to make some passes here.
Yeah, that second pack has done a very nice job. They stuck together. They were drafting each other, and they have made it to that lead pack. We are back to 7 cars.
He has passed all 3 of them by himself on that outside lane, and now he's going to go around. Oh, boy. He's going to go around. He is in 3 wide for 2nd place right now, all by himself. He has literally passed every single car without help. And now he's battling 3 wide for the lead.
Yeah, there's a argument within the iRacing community as to whether or not side draft is a thing in iRacing. I think that's proof that it absolutely is, because you cannot do that by yourself without the help of side draft.
Hands down. And now it's going to be interesting to see how these guys all work together, because at this point, you're looking at your lead pack, and then you have to go back a whole 13 seconds to Neil Quick to even find your next pack, which is not very well organized. We are approaching halfway very shortly. Oh, really tight there for the lead. I don't know that I'd be racing that close right now.
Yeah, still plenty of time left. You don't want to be too aggressive here, but at the same time, you kind of want to test the waters a little bit. Kind of use that experience. Use that knowledge for later in the race once you do have to, kind of force the issue and just see what happens.
Jesse B. King on that outside lane with Brad McDaniel pushing him. Jesse B. King doing a great job on that pit stop, coming out your leader through that cycle of pit stops. And this time by, as we cross the start-finish line, we are halfway through this one. So far, this has been the cleanest Talladega race I've ever seen.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you come across some clean ones every now and then. And again, this is what I was expecting. I was expecting clean race to the first green flag pit stop. And then once that happens, you kind of think inside your mind, okay, we're starting to get later into this race. Gonna have to start making some moves to get in position to battle for the lead. Right now, as you can see, there's 8 cars in that position, and it's definitely heating up here at the front. The rest of them, if you got to just get like we said earlier, get single file, slowly work their way towards the front. But right now, it is definitely starting to heat up there here in this lead pack.
This is your second pack. A lot of cars in this pack. I can't help but think that if they would get one behind the other, they would be good. And I don't believe Wally is still served that black flag. I'm not sure that.
I'm not sure. Not sure at this point. I'm wondering if maybe, I don't know.
Wait, do you think maybe him being held was his black flag?
It's possible. That's what I was going to mention. But I think that if you serve a black flag, you have to come down again. So I'm
because if he was, I believe if you're speeding onto pit road, you are held at your pit box.
Okay.
So maybe that's what him and Pettigraph ran into, because they were both in there for a very long time.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
Back up at front. Still kind of not very well organized, but they're not losing any time to that second pack, so they have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, and that second pack is quite a ways behind them, almost half a lap behind. So, yeah, I mean, even if that second pack did start making up time, I don't think that they would even be close to being able to catch up to them. So, yeah, I mean, this is really a battle between that front 7 and everybody else, but obviously things can change if a incident happens, and we do have 3 wide here in that front pack, or excuse me, this is the second pack that was 3 wide just a moment ago. They've settled down a little bit, but yeah, things definitely heating up.
lap 33 of 60. Soon we're probably going to be talking about pit stops again. About 5 to 7 laps, I'd say.
Yeah, another 6 or 7 laps. You're going to see these guys come down again. You got to stay out in this run as long as you possibly can. If I'm out there, I'm trying to stay right on anyone's back bumper that I can find to save as much fuel as I possibly can.
Cecil would be the first one to probably make a pit stop because he did last time. You see right now Cecil is 1 lap down. He has a great run here. Just looking to take all of that momentum, go to that outside lane. And he is making passes like it's nothing right now. Redlining before he even gets anywhere near the end of the straightaway. Look at how fast he's closing in on these guys. He's going to go to the middle right here. He's going to make it 3 wide. And he's going to go to the front of this pack. Wow.
It's a man on a mission right there.
He just took the boys to school, and he's leaving them. Wow, that was a great move by Colt Cecil. That's all I got to say. Back up front, looks like your leaders have finally simmered down and got single file. And as I say that, someone decided they want to go back to the lead. Cook quick to the outside, that number 54.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that second pack, they are really getting close together.
Oh.
Yeah, Colt Cecil is down on the apron. He's kind of saying, "Okay, you guys are gonna cause a wreck. Let me just get back here. I'll just sit back and try to get around, wait for a caution to come out, get my lap back." Boy, that was a close call there. There was almost an incident.
So right now, Neil Quick is leading that second pack again, with Jarrett right behind him, and then Kyle Steffen behind him, and then Mike Harper and David Trumbley, and Matthew Cope rounds out that group, while another group is getting closed in on by the leaders. They're 42 seconds back right now. I doubt Wally or Pettigraph thought they'd be seeing themselves in this position right now. But they may get lucky because pit stops will be coming up, so somebody could make a mistake. Go back to the leaders here. They are single file. Brad McDaniel, Vincent Short, Cook Quick, your top 3. And you can see the McCann brothers there just riding along at the moment, waiting to see what's going to happen, who's going to make that first call to the pits.
Yeah, it should be seeing it within 2 or 3 laps from now. Yeah, Kyle Steffens just announced to everybody else he's got a little over 3 laps remaining on fuel. So, yeah, we are going to see it very soon.
Go back to that second pack. There's Kyle Steffens right there. And he's probably been saving the most fuel out of anybody, being in the middle right there. So I can't help but wonder, these people who've been leading a good portion, where they may be at the moment, gas-wise. Still no one elects to pit this time by. Second pack. Not really. They gained some time on that first pack. They've now gained about a second. And there it is, Colt Cecil. First one to go to the pits last time. First one to go to the pits this time.
he looked like he was going into pit road with a lot of momentum. We'll see if he stopped in time or not. I would not be surprised if he's going to be held on pit road for some time right now, but we'll see.
Oh, he missed his pit box.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh, that's no good. Oh no. All right, back to the action. Sorry, Colt. Oh, we got people pitting. Chris Cook all by himself. Or Cook
I did not think he
Quick.
meant to pit all by himself.
Yeah.
That was a mistake right there.
And we'll see what this next pack is doing. Looks like they are going through, not pitting this time by. Oh, that is unfortunate. That is not good for Cook Quick. Back to these leaders, and McDaniel all by himself.
And apparently Colt Cecil did make it onto pit road without speeding, but his pit stop was only 3.78 seconds long. I don't know if that's enough time to get enough fuel in.
It tells me he's out of the race.
Oh, okay, so he decided that he had enough, I guess.
Vincent Short coming in. Looks
Again,
like Brad
all by
McDaniels-
himself.
No, Brad McDaniels is in front of him. Oh, but Brad McDaniels looks like he was going in a little hot. So Vincent Short, Brad McDaniels, both on pits right now, but it's just not enough people to go together.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, even if you have one person, that's really not enough to be able to keep up with a pack of 4 or 5. So even then,
Quite a few guys came in. Mike Harper's, Stevens, Neil Quick. So these guys are at second pack. Chris Wally still leading that pack. And now let's see if this front pack, anybody's going to elect to go to pits this time. See the guys exiting pit right now on your screen. Leaders still have not pit. It is lap 41. They're trying to stretch this out so they don't have to go again. And let's see if that second pack is doing as well. They are 35 seconds off of the leader. And looks like this second pack is heading into the pits. They are not going to push it anymore. I think they might believe they can go the rest of the way. Maybe.
I don't think there's any question if they were able to wait this long to pit, they will indeed be able to make it the rest of the way.
And so now here comes your leaders. Ooh,
Tell you what, these guys have done a great job of making their way onto pit road. That is easier said than done.
Oh,
it's
yes.
so easy to make a mistake. Okay, I was going to say they're getting awfully close to each other, but that's because their pit stalls were coming up.
And there's your pit stop times. Looks like everybody just went with fuel. In and out for the McCann brothers. As they are still your leaders. Mefford, Jesse King, David Trumbley on pit road. Oh, Cook Quick coming back to pit road. Maybe he had a black flag.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
And so there's your fastest people up to speed right now. Brian McDaniel and Vincent Short. Are they going to be able to catch these front pack? I don't think so. I think they're too far back. Yeah. So now we've got a bunch of people are spread out now.
Yeah, it's just cars all over the place right now. You do have, well, no, those are lap down. You've got Neil Quick in 8th and Kyle Steffens in 9th, right beside each other with a lap car behind them. Up ahead of them, you've got Vincent Short and Brad McDaniel in 5th and 6th. And then ahead of them is the is the so first and second are right there with each other, and that's of course Brian and Kevin McCann. What a surprise! And then behind them is Chris Mefford in third, Jesse B. King in fourth, and then Ken Harper, who's a lap down, drafting with them. So they do have an opportunity to catch up to Kevin and Brian, but they are really going to have to not focus on battling for position. They've got to stay in line and pick up that speed, or hope for a caution.
Looks like Pettigraph went back to the pits. Again, must have had a penalty. So it's like you said, it's so difficult to get slowed down and down into pit lane. And Jesse King trying to get around Chris Mefford. Maybe he thinks that he can push him faster and they can get up there. And then just behind them, I'm not sure why that. Kyle Steffens. Is that Kyle Steffens? No. That is. I'm not sure who that is behind them. Because Brad McDaniels is back in with these guys. And they're racing really hard back here instead of getting in single file.
Yeah, I think if there's going to be a caution, it's going to be in this pack right here that you're seeing. Because everybody else is really spread out right now, but these guys right up on top of each other. This is the battle for fifth. You've got 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and then Brandon Mefford's in the back, who's currently in 17th. One of the drivers announcing that there is a hot dog wrapper in turn 1. They're wanting the caution to come out.
I think somebody just wants a caution to be thrown to bring
absolutely.
the field back
There's,
together.
I think a large portion of the field want the caution to come out.
Because we're at 13 laps to go. Could you imagine if the McCann brothers wrecked each other?
Oh my goodness. we did see a little bit of that last week. There was kind of some animosity between the two.
I like it.
Yeah, in that All-Star race that we saw last week.
It could have been the weekend for somebody.
Yeah, somebody.
But this is, this pack right here, if anything happens, it's going to be with these guys. It's becoming harder to think that they'll be able to catch anybody, though, as the laps tick by.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, this pack is battling for 5th place. I mean, they're definitely not going to have an opportunity at this point to get back up to that pack without the help of a caution. But yeah, I mean, still racing for that top 5 finish. That's definitely something to race for. So I don't think I don't think you're going to see these guys just settle for a position. I think you're going to see them make some moves, try to get that 5th place spot.
Let's go back up to the leaders and see what is going there. They've caught Chris Wally trying to put him a lap down.
And that second pack, 3 wide currently. They head into turn 3, able to keep it clean.
Doing a great job.
Yeah, did get iffy there just for a moment, but they were able to keep it going.
Neil Quick, he looks like he can't decide if he wants to get behind this low line or stay to the outside with Vincent Short. As as the McCann brothers continue to pull away, almost a 10-second lead over third and fourth place.
I'll tell you what, this second big pack, they actually are catching up to Jesse King and Chris Mefford in third and fourth place. So this actually might be a battle for third place after all. We thought that these guys were just going to be racing for fifth, but they are catching them. They're only about 3.5 seconds behind third and fourth place.
And they've slowly started to catch the leader, but I mean we're down to about 9 laps to go.
Right. They're definitely way too far back, almost 13 seconds behind Brian and Kevin McCann. So, yeah, it's definitely too late for them to worry about racing for the win, with, of course, like we keep saying, without the help of a caution. But still a possible race for third place.
I heard that the bounty hunter was here. They put a bounty on Brian. At Talladega. That's ooh, almost 3 wide here in the tri-oval. This is really exciting for fifth place. Oh, 3 wide. Vincent Short stuck in the middle. Looks like he's going to let off a little bit. No, he's not. I thought he might get in that bottom line. But he wants to challenge those guys. Oh, and that's going to leave Mefford out there. But Quick goes back to the outside to catch him. Still 3 wide here as the laps are ticking down. Lap 53 of 60. Oh, and Vincent Short's going to go to the inside here. Dives down there, and now is he going to go around Harper as well? Oh, that's not Harper. That's Steffens, I believe.
Oh, we've got a spin.
Oh, the 32 of Brad McDaniels.
He is able to keep it going, so we will stay green.
Wow.
Yeah, just.
And my thing did not come as even an incident, but luckily we was right there. Wow. That whole back end is just torn apart. And that was from that second pack that we had discussed. Good call on that no caution, though.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if he was going to keep on spinning, but he was going slow enough to where he was able to get going again. And so, yeah, I mean, as much as you want to call a caution,
the McCann brothers now have a pack of 4. Who's going to help which McCann win? Or which McCann can win?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go back to this second pack back here. Well, third pack, technically. And Brad McDaniels has made it to pit road. It's unfortunate for him. And now here's another pack that we've got going on here. About 5 drivers. Racing really hard back here. Go back up to this third and fourth place battle. First and second place battle. Got just a whole bunch of stuff going on around here. You know, we may just go green until the end.
It's a possibility at this point. We both lost our bet when it came to when the caution was going to come out. Now, you know, if we're playing Price is Right rules, I think that I was closest, but, you know, still.
Yeah, technically, Price is Right rules, you are the winner.
But still not done yet. It's still time for a caution. If one of these guys just gets a little bit too aggressive, you never know what can happen. But so far we've been good, but this could change things. They're going, tried to make it 3 wide, not quite the case.
Oh, pushing's coming to shoving back there. Down to the inside is Kyle, and Short's going to go to the outside. And Mefford, who is a lap down, 2 laps down, has just been with them.
Got the 32 spinning. He is on the track. Oh, he's spinning. Oh. But there's nobody right behind him, so there's no danger there. So we stay green.
Wow, still green. Okay, so back to the leaders, the McCann brothers, coming to lap 59 here at Talladega Superspeedway. They take that white flag. We're not going to get a caution.
Right.
Back there. Then there's that second pack, and then here's that third pack of 5 cars. So unless something wild happens, they're going to be taking that white flag this time by. And they're passing McDaniels right now in turn 3 and 4. Looks like Wally and Pettigraph are kind of let those two battle it out and see where they want to end this. Because now Wally's going to go to the outside. I don't think Wally wants to impede on this. Wally's really trying to get some side draft here. White flag is out. As you got Brian McCann and Kevin McCann here. But Wally's trying to make it difficult on them both. And now 3 wide. Pettigraph. No, I thought Pettigraph was going to go to the outside. Trying to watch all these battles at once. We'll get back to those battles, but here up front, Wally is now in front of Brian McCann. Kevin McCann is going to the outside. Is he going to get a push or a pull from Pettigraph? Yes, now 3 wide, side by side. Kevin is to the lead. And now Wally is underneath him, and Kevin McCann is going to win with Brian in second place. And
What a move.
Wow. And then Jesse B. King and Chris Mefford back here for third and fourth. Looks like Jesse King. Oh, Mefford's going to the outside, and it's going to be Mefford at the line. And then back Vincent Short, Mike Harper. Oh, did they wreck? There was an accident back here. I believe there was a major accident. Because Neil Quick is limping. And Wally finished in 11th place, a lap down.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the replay. Neil Quick was involved in that. It looks like Vincent Short kind of came up on him a little bit and, just caused the spin there, but nothing too major.
Oh, here we go. Here's a replay of it. We're back here with Neil Quick coming down the backstretch, eventually short to the inside. Oh, looks like, just a lot of slice and dicing. Oh, there it is. Oh, Neil Quick goes for a ride. And let's really quick, let's go back and take a look at this last lap right here, coming off of turn 4. Kevin McCann to the outside, using Wally to his advantage. Oh, and he's going to bring that home. Fantastic job. Wow. Unbelievable. All right, let's see. So first place, Kevin McCann. We will bring that up momentarily. Oh, yeah, here we go. The results. Oh, it wants us to go to live. Is it going to show the results? Oh, here we go. There we go. There's our results. So Kevin McCann's your winner. Brian McCann in second. Chris Mefford in third. Just barely edging out Jesse King. Let's see if we can't get these guys ready. Mefford, what's his car number? .46. All right, we've got Chris Mefford here, finishing third place at Talladega. What a fantastic race for you guys tonight. Take us through how your race was.
See, I had a lot of better races. Hold on just a second, can. I can't hear everybody else talking. But no, the race wasn't too bad. There's a couple guys that got squirrely, like on lap 2, and I got behind Brandon. I didn't think I was even close to him, and it just hooked him and turned him right to the wall. But I was hooked up with Brian and Kevin, and the dudes just took off like crazy.
Yeah, that was going 60 laps at Talladega with no cautions is, to me personally, I believe that it's mentally draining because you're constantly full throttle, trying to give everybody space, trying to take advantage of situations. Just what was your thought process through the whole race? Because everybody did a fantastic job of getting on pit road, getting their pit stops done, and getting back out there and causing no problems.
Shocker. Having no cautions at Dega is just, or any super speedway is just a miracle. Like I said, I hooked up with Kevin and Brian there and stuck together for about 50 laps or so. In the last couple laps at the lap pit stop, I'm not sure what happened, but it just my second can took about 3 seconds longer, and it got me out behind them, so it really screwed me on that one.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. It's, sometimes iRacing makes weird decisions on behalf of people, but fantastic third place finish. Congratulations. Next week we head to, I should have looked at this already. Next week we race, or we go to Texas Motor Speedway. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be. I think Brian and Kevin's going to be a lot better than me. Just some high speed tracks and stuff. It's not really much for me. But I said I'm going to show up and everything and try to see how I end up. Guys. Yeah, I'm going to see how it ends up. I just don't think it'll be very good. Maybe a top 5 car if that.
Hey, top 5 is still better than nothing. But you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, thank you guys for broadcasting. Thanks for Wally for adminning or being what you call it. Sorry to my brother for getting into him. I'm watching the replay. I went down, but I was still squared on him, so I'm not sure why it hooked him as hard as it did. Um, shout out to my teammates at Falcon Motorsports. Just bummer couldn't get the victory, but a third place will do.
Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week at Texas.
Absolutely. Take care.
All right, now we got the first of the two McCann brothers, Brian. Brian going 60 laps at Talladega, no cautions. You went from you gained 19 positions in the whole race. Did you feel comfortable starting in the back like that?
Yeah, that's where we wanted to start, was in the back. But then something happened. I think there was a car got sideways or up front, and it split into two packs, and that was what we did not want to happen. And I think there was a big gap between us, so we had to strategize that whole race and try to get back up front, and we executed our pit stops perfectly, which allowed us to get back up there.
And you guys did a fantastic job. It's just an unbelievable race to go that long. And, after that last pit stop, you two, you really didn't have to worry about nothing after that. When it's you and your brother, you don't have to worry about the guy trying to take you out for the win or anything like that. So when it came down to the last lap, is it all bets off?
Yeah, I think Chris, Wally, and somebody else was around us and was in the pack with us there. So
Right.
I think I was kind of blocked in, and Kevin went ahead and just took the win. So, yeah.
Well, I guess you could say that you can't win them all, but you pretty much have. Right. But anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, thanks for y'all doing the broadcast, the league, and if anybody's watching, the next season's coming up shortly, so if you're interested, get in on that. It's our sponsors. I'm drawing blanks here.
R&R Racewear. R&R Racewear, Loud Pedal Gaming. Yeah, I don't have my notes in front of me, so there's one more. Yeah, Wally's going to yell at us after this.
Hydrotech PC.
Yes, Hydrotech PC. There we go. Shout out to all those guys for making this happen every week. But next week is Texas. How do you feel at Texas? I imagine you feel pretty good.
Yeah, I like that track.
Yeah. Is there a track that you don't like, Brian?
Martinsville.
Okay, I can back that up. Yeah, that track you can't even have skill, and I mean that track's just terrible. Well, congratulations on second place, and we'll see you next week at Texas.
All right, thank you.
Let's see. All right. The man of the hour makes the last lap pass. Kevin, take us through, you're racing your brother for the win. Do you ever go easy on him in situations like that?
Oh, hell no. No, I was going to win or I was going to wreck him.
No, I like that. Now I kind of wish we'd go back and see the wreck. That's either way, you all would have been flipping across the line still in the lead. So
yeah.
So take me through, both of you started in the back. You both gained, he gained 19 positions. You gained 17. Tell me how you planned out the whole race to be able to come from the back to the front. And especially with, at that one point, I think you all were about 13 seconds back from the leaders before pit stops.
Yeah, it all worked out in the end, but it definitely didn't go as planned. We had a strategy going into it. to sort of start in the back and kind of hang out in the main pack toward the back, keep our cars clean, do good on fuel strategy. And that's how we were planning on winning the race, was on fuel strategy. But in the beginning there, the packs got split up there because of a couple spins. And like you said, we were, quite a bit of a ways off from that main pack. So we had to change our strategy up a little bit, and really pick the right times to pit and right times to, max fuel save, and just trying to get that average lap time down so that we could, what we thought would be close to the main pack on that last pit stop, but we actually came out ahead. So I don't know if Chris had something go wrong in his pit stop or not, but it ended up working out there. We came out ahead, and then last lap, all bets were off. Chris Wally gave us a little bit of he made us work for it. He was running us real close. Brian was up there sweating. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I think I haven't gotten any confirmation on what happened in the pits with it. It almost seemed like Pettigraph and Wally had maybe speeding penalties into the pits, because they were in there for about 40 to 50 seconds. So,
yeah.
and I don't think they had any damage. They had no reason to have any damage. So that's just my assumption that a black flag may have happened.
Yeah.
But first place, what number win is this on the season for you? I think it
3 or 4. I don't know.
It was sent to me. Hold on, let's see. This is number 3.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So second in points. You're less than 100 points away from Brian, but letting him finish second place doesn't do you any good.
No, I unfortunately missed the race due to a power outage. So I'm never going to make that up. But I'm trying to bribe him to sit out a race so we can make it close.
Well, you've got Texas and Darlington to convince him to sit out.
And he likes both of those tracks, so probably not going to happen.
Well, congratulations on your win tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, thank you guys for doing the broadcast. Chris Wally for putting the show on. R&R Racewear. And yeah, buy your GameStop stock and hold it.
A little tip from Kevin before he heads off.
Can I vent for a second?
Of course.
So about a year ago, I had BlackBerry stock, and my people that I worked with laughed at me, and I sold it, and now I regret it.
Oh man, what? That's terrible. But thank you, Kevin. Congratulations on your win, and we'll see you next week at Texas.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Well, there you have it, Alan. We went a full 60 laps at Talladega. I didn't see it coming.
No. I mean, there were some close calls there. We almost had the caution come out, but just not quite. Wasn't quite meant to be. And a nice, impressive green flag run for all these guys.
Well, I think that's all we have for tonight, unless you have anything else. Next week, same time, 9 p.m., we will be here for Texas Motor Speedway. And I believe, actually, I want to double check that schedule situation. Yeah, so we have Texas next week, North Wilkesboro, and Darlington to finish out the rest of the season. So don't miss it. Come back here every week, 9 p.m., for the iRacing IROC Series. One more time, a special shout out to Loud Pedal Gaming, R&R Racewear, and Hydrotech PC. From everybody here at 10-4